We have an interconference affair lined up for you today as the Cleveland Cavaliers come in for this one. And get ready for another dose of NBA basketball on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan. Joining me, Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and courtside Doris Burke. Today's game continues this Golden State Warriors homestand. This is a hot team. They currently hold the best record in the entire NBA.
This is an incredible atmosphere in this building, Kevin. I mean, their winning streak has continued to grow. As it has, their fans' excitement has grown right along with it.
And you know what? You can feel it in the air, guys. The home crowd energized. And I'll tell you what, right now, this is one of the toughest buildings you are going to ever compete in when you talk about trying to play on the road in the NBA.
And look at the starters for the Cavaliers. Kyrie Irving and J.R. Smith at the guard set. LeBron and Love are the talented pair at the forward position. And it's Thompson in at the 5 down low.
You know, he might be small for a center, but it doesn't really matter because he can jump out of the building.
And last season was one where Tristan Thompson transitioned from a starter to a bench role, didn't let the move bother him, and still put up solid numbers off the bench.
Nice work on the inside. Hard to get that one up and over the big fella.
Well, it's not supposed to be easy down there, and a little artistry on the inside helped him make it happen.
Nobody near Barnes. They get it back.
Well, I think he kind of alligator armed that one, short-stroked it. After doing a nice job to get open, he didn't finish the shot. 4 makes on 4 tries. Everything's falling early. 100%, can't do better than that.
Curry against Irving. Curry kicks to Barnes. And the Warriors miss again.
Offensively, 1 of 4 to start. They're still trying to find their stroke.
And LeBron throws it down.
And you can sense the momentum really starting to swing their way.
Yeah, they're taking charge here. I mean, there's no question about it, Greg. And the lead, I think, is just going to continue to grow and grow from here. Excellent feed from Steph Curry.
Just about 2 minutes into the game, first quarter of basketball. Irving dishes to Thompson. Love with a wide open look. Trying to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. All right, let's go over to the Sun.
Kevin, I had a chance to catch up with Steve Kerr. Relying on their outside, he's comfortable with in this matchup. He said that his team can go toe-to-toe with anyone in the league when it comes to shooting from distance, and that he won't pull the reins back on his shooters at all tonight, guys. We'll see how they go.
Thanks, Doris. Always want to get those 3s falling consistently.
Yeah, Kevin, you're right, because that's really the only way that you can force the defense to spread out and extend itself, and when that happens, then other opportunities are created.
Cleveland leading by 4. So timeout called here, the first for Cleveland. And moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Warriors.
And you don't have to go too deep into the box score to figure out why they lost that one. They just had an inability on that day to make shots.
You know, sometimes we talk about a defense getting into the heads of the opposing players, Greg, but that night they got up in their own heads, just got in their own way and couldn't get out of it.
LeBron against Thompson. James in the post. And it falls over the rim and in. LeBron's got 10.
And if you're the guy who has to guard him, it is never going to be an easy night for you. And guys, one thing that we were treated with last year was Steve Kerr's great quotability in post-game interviews and pressers. He said all the right things and deflected praise like a coach who had done it for many years.
Well, he's in a groove right now. The touch is flowing, 6 of 6 from the field.
And it looks like he's having one of those games, guys. He's starting to feel it.
Now here's Curry. 11-point game his last outing. Can't get it to go. The Cavaliers leading by 6. No one near Smith as he lets it go. Good, and the assist goes to LeBron. Smith's got his second basket of the night. And Kerr is so good with the media because, Greg, he was a media member of himself for so long. You know that as well as anybody. Clark, I don't think he ever tried his hand at broadcasting, though. I can't see him doing that. Did you?
Yeah,
No.
Right. Yeah, he probably just drone on as a broadcaster and would rarely contribute anything of note. Some guys have what it takes to call games, and Steve just doesn't quite scratch me as that kind of guy.
No. And the Warriors decide to take their first time out here, coming into this having notched a win against Cleveland in their last game.
A lot of firepower coming off the bench in that game really allowed them to escape with victory.
I thought the bench was the X factor for him. You can't rely on that kind of scoring coming from the reserves every game. But when it shows up, it's a nice weapon.
Spates checked in for the Warriors. Iguodala comes in for Barnes. Here's Irving, following the basket by Stephen Curry. Fires, high post, and again it's Cleveland.
They're allowing a sky-high field goal percentage. That won't get it.
Not at all, Clark. You rarely see a team surrender points this easily. They have got to do better.
And the wide open shot from Green. They get it back.
Just a really solid display there of rebounding. They've done it really all game.
Dominating on the glass, Greg. I mean, a huge advantage for them in that particular category. Those are starting to add up. Of their last 5 baskets, 3 of them have been three-pointers.
And clearly it's about how poorly the defense has played. They've got to close out faster. 3 of 4 to start. Young fella came to play.
The Cavaliers leading by 13. Smith with it, and it's Iguodala picking him up. Boy, he launched that one from way outside. Irving's got 5 now.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Dime-dropping delights is what I call it.
Yeah, it's a nice pass. I will give you that one.
Yep, he was on the money, that's no doubt. Now, here's Curry. Offensively, he's been a one-man wrecking crew. His scoring average is over 30 points a game.
And, you know, coaches just love players who they can count on to give that effort defensively.
And he clearly is one of those guys, Greg. We saw it right there. Nice work forcing that miss.
Out of their last 5 makes, how about all 5 from long range?
Well, the defense just hasn't pressed up to deny any of those looks, guys. I mean, they're hanging back and getting picked apart.
Green, the screen. The shot by Thompson, and no one's around. Good, and Curry gets the assist. Curry's got 4 assists now tonight.
Tit for tat right there, huh, guys?
Didn't take them long at all, fellas, to get those 3 points back.
Out of bounds, Golden State takes possession.
Boy, did they ever make a mess out of that one. A terrible turnover.
On the mark with the 15-footer. Curry's got 6.
Wow, risky shot there size-wise, but the incredible skill that he possesses allows that one to go.
Well, the quick high release negated any height disadvantage he had right there.
And as we conclude the first quarter, a one-sided game so far. Cavaliers lead by 14. And we'll be back in just a moment with the start of the second quarter. And a chance to hear from LeBron James as he talked about the challenge of remaining calm and collected throughout the ups and downs of the NBA season. Again, just another part of the maturation process for LeBron. He's become such the consummate pro.
Yeah, he really has been. It's amazing to see the pressure he's dealt with and the way he's handled it with that even-keeled nature. You know, he's as solid and steady as they come at this point in his career. Nothing phases him, nothing rattles him.
And welcome back. It's been all one-sided so far through the first quarter as our second quarter gets underway. And looking at what we've seen, Cavaliers pretty much in control here, it would appear.
Boy, have they come out strong. Just some tremendous offense.
Guys fully in control and stroking it well.
On the floor for Cleveland, getting going here in the second. They've got him on jumper. Matthew Dellavedova is out there with Kyrie Irving. Then there's Channing Frye, and it's Mozgov in at the 5, roaming the paint.
And for Kyrie Irving, it had been a long time coming. Last season, he finally played in his first postseason with the Cavs. And up until the unfortunate injury, he certainly made the most of it.
And it's Dellavedova missing. Mozgov kicks to Dellavedova. And that's good for Channing Frye from 3. Frye's got his first 3 points of the game. Warriors trail by 18. And think again about the playoffs last year, Clark. They weren't all sunshine and roses for Irving. He had to play through a tough leg injury in the conference semifinals, and, of course, the injury in the finals, the fractured kneecap, and he was gone.
Yeah, that was really painful to watch the rest of the playoffs with that fractured kneecap. A freak injury, but he'll grow from it and be better.
Timeout called the Cavaliers. Last time in Oakland, they had lost to the Warriors.
And really just a bad loss. No other way to put it. I mean, they maybe overlooked some of the bench players because those reserves got loose offensively.
I agree with you. I mean, the points off the bench, that disparity was decisive. You've got to have all hands on deck for this one.
The Cavaliers making a switch here. James is checked in. Cleveland leading by 16. And the officials signal the backcourt violation. Not very careful there.
And here's a look at some numbers for Frye. How his last 10 games have gone. Second in field goal percentage. And he's also got the second best three-point percentage in the league. An absolute dead-eye from beyond.
And you mentioned it. I mean, one of the top shooters in the league, quick trigger, with just a little better footwork. Boy, I tell you what, he could even move higher up the rankings.
Barbosa kicks to Livingston. Just 5 on the clock. Back to Barbosa. Launches a 3. That drops, and it comes off the assist from Livingston. Barbosa's got 5 points in the quarter.
A lot of space right there to get that shot off.
Not a very good job of the defender getting over the top of that screen in that particular play.
And he could be the guy to put this game out of reach.
Here is Livingston. What a tremendous game he played against Cleveland. Here's Green. Makes it off the glass. Green's got 10 points in the game.
If you give him an inch of space, he's going to make you pay.
The Cavaliers leading by 13. Here's Dellavedova. Draymond Green pulls it in.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
Mozgov with the block. Lets the 3 fly.
Cooled down a bit after hitting those 2 in the first quarter.
Shumpert, no good. Warriors have gone 4 of 6 from the field here in the second. James against Iguodala. Pass to Livingston. It's Leandro Barbosa on the wing. No good on the triple. Cleveland's gone 7 of 10 shooting from three-point land tonight. Excellent numbers from outside. LeBron kicks to Shumpert. Connects from three-point range.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
And, Greg, it's hard for me to watch this. I mean, the defense practically giving them those shots.
And he has really come to life here after a slow start in that first quarter.
Here's James, and it is flushed down with a nice jam.
Taking it to the rack with power right there.
And hammering down with the two-handed slam.
Just piling on the lead with a dunk like that.
Livingston kicks to Green. And the slam dunk by Iguodala.
Grown man's power flush with the long hang on the rim at the end of it.
Clark, that could be a catalyst for him.
I think you're right.
And we've seen those kinds of plays get them fired up in the past.
And, guys, I would have to say one of the most underrated defensive players in the NBA, Draymond Green. Might not be the case anymore after coming in second in the Defensive Player of the Year voting last year.
Yep, he might not look the part. You know, undersized, but you talk to the scouts and the stat geeks, they'll tell you he's one of the best in the game defensively.
And when they've gone to him, he has come through big time. You got to keep getting him touches.
Warriors trail by 15. Now a timeout called by Golden State. Look at LeBron James. He's really been playing well.
He's really taking it to him inside. They got to find a way to slow him down.
And the Warriors with a completely new 5 on the floor. And the Cavaliers will go with a different look here. Thompson, he's checked in for Mozgov. Love comes in for Channing Frye. J.R. Smith's checked in for Shumpert. And Irving subbed in for Matthew Dellavedova. 2 open that time. Made it look too easy. Thompson's got 5 now.
Wow, what a pass there. He made that a very easy basket with that setup.
And that one's good. James.
Tristan Thompson.
Warriors have gone 7 of 11 from the field in the second quarter. Curry kicks to Spates. Back to Curry. The 3. No good. And Cleveland the other way now.
You've got to give them a lot of credit for the job they've done on the backboard.
They've done a lot of things well today, but really it's about what they've done on the backboard that's at the top of that list.
Here's Barnes, and the rejection by Smith. And now LeBron pushing it up. No one back to stop him. Throws down the breakaway jam.
Wow, that's a really smooth finish.
That's why we and they always love seeing him at the end of those breaks. He makes it look fun and easy.
Spates sets a screen. Thompson for 3. It's rebounded by Cleveland. Love's got his 3rd rebound tonight.
He hit a 3 in the first, but so far has been unable to capitalize here in this quarter.
And it's a defensive 3-second violation. The Cavaliers shooting their first free throw of the night.
And they've been ordinary on the season as well, just about 75% from the line.
And, you know, you don't have to tell them what their free throw numbers are. I mean, they're well aware of it, believe me.
19 seconds left now here in the second. Irving up top, guarded by Curry. 6 on the shot clock. And here we go with Curry running it up the court. From down in the low post, it goes. Curry's got 8 points.
You know, he didn't need to make the layup complicated. I mean, it's not a trick shot contest, but he decided to go for a little extra flavor on that one.
I mean, he was great in his last game, Clark, and clearly he has not lost that love and feeling.
A dominating first half of basketball, and so far hasn't been close. Cavaliers on top. They lead by 18. And a chance now to send you over to Doris Burke, standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Thank you, Kevin. It seems, LeBron, like so far the team is on a...
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back, everybody. It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show. Ernie Johnson along with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. LeBron James putting in some incredible work. He ended up with 28 points. And that's going to do it for now as the second half is almost ready to get started. Back to Kevin.
Well, it's been a one-sided affair so far through the first 2 quarters, but there's plenty of time to mount a comeback. What can you say? LeBron James, what an impressive effort today.
And really, all of a sudden, he's becoming their best distributor, doing a great job of orchestrating their offense.
Greg, typically that's not the role he usually plays. And I'm not sure how comfortable he is in it, but they've needed him to make some plays today, and he's been able to do it to his credit.
Green at the 4 with Bogut at the 5. It's the Splash Brothers, Curry and Thompson. They're in the backcourt, and it's Barnes in at the small forward position. That's Steve Kerr's 5 as we get into the second half.
You know, if you're only looking at the way he's played offensively, you'd think his team would have the lead.
Steph Curry does so many things well, Clark, on the floor, but one area he had struggled with was turning the ball over.
Yeah, and after a slow start, Kevin, to the year in the turnover department, Curry was able to slowly right the ship.
Irving for 3. That one is good. He's only missed 1 shot of his 6 taken on the floor.
Not surprised at all. He's shooting it well and scoring points in bunches.
Okay, time now for an injury report. Now an update on LeBron from Doris Burke. What'd you find out, Doris?
Thanks, Kevin. I just talked with Cleveland's head athletic trainer. He told me that it doesn't look too serious.
Thank you, Doris, for the update. We appreciate it, and we really hope for the best as always.
And he's a tough guy. My guess is he'll be back before we know it and better than ever.
Greg, I sure hope you're right. I mean, there are just so many uncertainties when it comes to dealing with injuries, though. Let's hope for the best.
Timeout called the Warriors.
And Curry and his turnovers last year, a lot of it might have been getting used to a new system. But you can see he's also tightened up his play to reduce the giveaways.
Doris Burke has some information for us. Doris?
Kevin, I was able to listen in on what Steve Kerr was going over with his team. He told the team he wanted their offense to run through Green. Their offense is most effective, Coach said, when he is most involved. And they're looking for total involvement from him for the rest of this game. Clearly, some adjustments there had to be made because the time left for a comeback is quickly running out. Kevin, over to you.
All right, Doris, thanks. Warriors trail by 21.
You know, Curry knew turnovers were a problem. How about his mom even instituted a fine on him? And so anytime he has more than 3 in a game, he owes his mom $100 per turnover.
LeBron against Thompson. Thompson left side. Now the feed to Smith. From outside the arc. And another 3 for Cleveland.
What a top-notch game he's having. He's gotten them in front, and it sure seemed like he's going to keep them there. All by himself, it looks like.
Got a piece of it. And now Irving pushing it up. No one back to stop him. There's the lob to the hoop. And the dunk by LeBron.
This is a nice third-quarter surge here. They've got it going right now.
And a perfect time to get hot, just as we get into the meat of the second half here.
From deep, Green. They grab their own miss. Another shot. Misses the layup.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Yeah, rebounding has been a big key in this one, Greg. They've asserted their will and have taken control on the glass. Kyrie Irving made his first playoff appearance last season with the Cavs, and individually got a big $90 million max extension as well. He's in a really good spot in his career at this point.
Catching up on the changes for Golden State, Andre Iguodala is checked in for Bogut. Rush comes in for Harrison Barnes, and Ian Clark subbed in for Thompson. Here's Dellavedova. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him, but they get it back. Cleveland moving it around. Mozgov passes to Irving. And Shumpert kicks to Irving. That's a 2 from Dellavedova. Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist. Irving's got 6 assists in the game. And speaking of Irving's star status, last season a signature shoe in his name. I see, in fact, that you and Clark are wearing them tonight. That's always a big deal.
Kevin, that's an elite club to be in. Only the true superstars get that kind of status. He certainly got the flash to go with the substance.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Sure could, Kev. I mean, too many empty trips. They need some points.
Here's Green, and the shot is good, dropping in off the front of the rim. Green's got 17 now.
Shots are just flowing for him right now, having a really strong quarter.
Mozgov dishes to Irving. Dellavedova, the pass to Shumpert. 1:46 left to play here in the third. Got him with the pump fake, but couldn't finish. And Rush kicks to Green.
And Draymond Green, guys, has won at every level. I mean, led Saginaw High School to 2 consecutive state championships at Michigan State, 2 trips to the Final Four, and now making noise with the Warriors. It's clear this guy's a winner.
And the Warriors making a change here. Spates is checked in. Irving dishes to Fry. Here's Shumpert. Will not go. This is off the front iron. Here's... They shoot again. And Green with the lay-in. Green's got 11 points here in just the second half.
And he's clearly led the way offensively. The question is, can they ride him and get back into it?
Curry against Irving. There's the dish to Dellavedova. Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist. Dellavedova's got 5. And here's a little-known fact, Clark. Only 3 players have recorded at least 2 triple-doubles in the NCAA tournament. They are Oscar Robertson, Magic Johnson, and Draymond Green.
That's some elite company for Draymond Green. He's a hard worker, a guy you love if he's on your team. He can be an irritant if he's not with you, but continues to improve and prove his doubters wrong.
No good from Irving.
You know, even though he missed that one, great shooters have a way of feeling when they've got enough room to pull the trigger.
No doubt about it. The defense, you can see him exhaling right now. Fortunate that he didn't knock that one down.
Shumpert gets a wide open look. A 3-pointer off the mark. Here's Golden State now. They're on an 11-3 run. And fouled hard that time. They'll get to the line and shoot 2.
That's his second.
The Warriors shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night.
And on the season, you know, they're hitting about 76%, which is a decent rate.
He has 2.
And he can't get the first one. And the Warriors with some changes. Azili's checked in for Green, and it's Livingston in for Steph Curry. A big group substitution here for Cleveland. Tristan Thompson, he's checked in for Mozgov. Love comes in for Channing Frye. LeBron, he's checked in for Shumpert. And J.R. Smith's subbed in for Irving. Cleveland leading by 22. LeBron outside. And he drops in the layup off the glass. James has got 35.
Well, if you're going to give them layups, there's no way you're going to get back in this game.
Livingston kicks to Spates. 3 seconds left. A second chance effort, and it's good. But hold on, the officials may want to look at that one on the replay monitor. And not so fast. The officials are going to check that shot again and make sure they got it right before we go to the 4th.
And the NBA Replay Center in Secaucus is queuing it up, and even before we look at the replay, I'm pretty sure he got that off in time.
The 3 quarters of play all in the books, and this one all but over already. Cavaliers on top, running away with this one. It's the NBA on 2K Sports from Oracle Arena in Oakland, California. And thanks again for joining us. Let's see what happens here in the 4th. A moment now to reset the lineups, brought to us by Gatorade, all fueled up here for the 4th quarter. On the court for Cleveland, LeBron and Love are the talented pair at the forward position. Kyrie Irving and J.R. Smith at the guard set. And it's Thompson in at the pivot, manning the middle. Thompson against Smith.
And not a night he's going to want to remember, just not really able to score the basketball.
Yes, it's James picking up the assist. And it's 13 points for Smith. The Warriors have gotten off to a rough start in the 4th quarter here, going 0 for 4 so far. Tipped away. And here we go. Fast break. Love's got it. Irving with a clean look. Drops in the tray off the fast break. Irving's got 13 points here in the second half alone. And now we'll get a perspective here on the hustle game, how it's been going for Cleveland.
The activity level defensively, I've really been impressed with. There's been an attack mode on the defensive end.
They haven't wasted time getting the ball up the court tonight either, and it's resulted in a lot of fast break points.
Leandro Barbosa, he's checked in for Thompson. Cleveland moving the ball around. Got that one up quick. Irving's got a pair of threes here in the 4th quarter for the Cavs.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Clearly just an example of a different mindset between these teams. Physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. That plus 10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
Yeah, not to mention what it says on the scoreboard. They're really pushing them around. Straight bully ball.
Cavaliers timeout.
Timeout called the Cavaliers.
You know, one of the more impressive things that we know about LeBron James is that he is one of the great leaders in the NBA. His voice carries a lot of weight, and he hasn't been shy about raising his voice on social issues either. It's good to see.
And so here's Cleveland. Thompson with it. From deep. And Irving with the basket on the assist by Thompson. 30 points for Kyrie Irving.
This looks like a pregame shoot-around with all the threes they're allowing.
I don't know. There might be more defense in the warm-ups. Right now, these are just shooting game shots.
Here's Smith, and he jams it with authority.
And that's how you make a steal count. Turn it into a quick slam at the other end.
It was really a case. It looked like Greg Anthony right there, if I can say so. It was really a case of a great defensive play triggering some instant offense.
Yeah, I remember GA as an irritant, and this guy, much like Greg, creating havoc out there.
And that replay is sponsored by Kia, the Kia Slam Cam, giving us a great look at that one. Draymond Green, he's checked in for the Warriors. Just a little under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the fourth. Great use of the pick to create room for the jumper. Green's got 23 points.
A lot of space right there to get that shot off.
Not a very good job of the defender getting over the top of that screen in that particular play. Boy, they've gone on this run, and ball movement has been a big key.
It really has, Clark. The defense unable to react as quickly as necessary in terms of dealing with their passing.
Bogut the pass to Barbosa. 5 to shoot. Makes good on the step-back jumper.
And you can tell the defender not anticipating the step back. He was headed in the opposite direction.
Kicks to Fry. And the pass to Williams. From deep three-point range, no luck.
Jeez, maybe he was trying to show off or something right there.
Is that what you think?
Absolutely.
Instead, it had the opposite effect. He looked foolish.
Mozgov dishes to Jones. Williams for 3. Over 3.5 minutes through the final quarter now. That's good.
They are wreaking havoc on him with the three-point shot here.
The defense has no answer right now. Even when they've gotten a hand up, it has not seemed to matter.
Here's Livingston. Shoots from 12. And that'll be Golden State as it goes out of bounds. Warriors retain possession. And the Warriors with some changes. Festus Ezeli, he's checked in for Bogut. Spates comes in for Green. And Ian Clark subbed in for Sean Livingston. Here's Clark. Loses his man off the screen and lays it up and in.
Really aggressive play there, taking it to the rack against the big fella.
You know, Greg, aggressiveness is really the only option when you're on the wrong side of the size equation.
Golden State's gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Here's Barbosa. Solid play in the low block, and that one's good. Barbosa's got 4 this quarter.
Well, there's not a whole lot you can do about that move. That's just good offense. They were all over him, and he still managed to drain it.
Cleveland's gone 4-7 with the long ball here in the fourth quarter. Pass to James. 1:29 left in the fourth quarter. Kicks it out to Love. He dishes it to Irving. Smith the pass to James. And they double up James.
Well, there were a few complaints last season about how the playoff seeding was done, most notably in the Western Conference. Portland was the 4th seed for winning their division, but without that division win, would have been the 6th seed.
And so it's Golden State with it.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout, big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for the Cavaliers.
Agreed, Steve, and as one-sided as it gets today. You know, Clark, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
You're right, Kevin. It's hard to think of anything that didn't go right for them. I mean, game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was spot on.
And when you look at the season for these guys, they have amassed a lot of wins, 57, and adding in tonight, it'll make it 58.
And you have to look back at this and see the huge game it was for LeBron James. Just an outpouring of points from him. Nobody could do much to keep him from dropping it in.
And in the playoffs last year, with Portland being a division winner, but getting that 4th seed, that played a huge role in this conversation about playoff seeding structure. San Antonio would end up playing the Clippers in the first round, even though both had better records than the Blazers.
Kevin, no doubt it's a tricky situation. Listen, you want to reward teams for winning their division, but every so often it comes at the expense of several other teams, like it did last year, who just play in stronger divisions. So I think that's something that the league is going to have to look at moving forward.
Irving for three. Can't connect. So we see the Cavaliers taking the win here to come into an opponent's building and dominate.